Hello YouTubers, this is Trainman122. I'm over here at my favorite railroad museum. It's right here in North Tonawanda, New York. Yeah, I know, most of you probably don't even know where this is. It's right in between Buffalo and Niagara Falls, right next to the Niagara River. And this used to be very busy, but now it's abandoned. Doesn't even continue. There used to be a bridge over that way, and now the trestle bridge is gone. So I'm just gonna move on now. Over here there is a large pile of stuff. It's stuff that they're going to be using for later refurbishing once they're finished. They got old rails from when see, the NFTA technically owns that line, so the NFTA ripped up most of it when they got the railroad the train depot, but they're working on winning back some of the railroad. Anyway, as you can see, most of it's overgrown. You got rails, and what's this? Oh yeah, that's a piece of a ladder for a signal. You got a large pole right here. I believe this is also a signal or a crossing bar. You know what, maybe it's a signal. More rails. And unfortunately the rest has been completely covered over. Oh, what's this? Oh, hey, you can actually see, let's see, that's a light. You know, the red flashing light from a railroad crossing. And it's a little hard to tell what that is. Now, here is actually where some rail starts. That rail is in the ground. And the boxcar right there, they have a nice little boxcar just positioned right over there. I'm gonna go walk up to it. Now, it was really hard to get it over here. Apparently they had some kind of mechanism that they had to stick under the wheel, and then they lifted and it moved forward like an inch. Maybe an inch and a half, who knows. But it took them a while to get it over here without a locomotive. Now, I guess this was an old crossing. It's been refurbished, I believe. Doors. They even have a platform right here. But this is a nice, legal close-up of a boxcar. I believe this is Conrail. Yes, this is a Conrail boxcar. It's very large. And there's the Conrail logo. Well, oh yeah, there it is. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this museum, but I'm going to do my best to get every drop of information I can into all my videos. Got a large knuckle. Wow. And then here's the air hose. I believe this boxcar is actually pretty recent. Not too old. And now I'm gonna get a nice view of it from up on top of here. Gotta be careful though. Now we can see eye to eye. As you can see, it's still taller than me, and I'm maybe 5 feet off the ground. But it looks like it would be somewhat easy for them to get it into that boxcar door. Okay, I'm going to move along to the front now. Now the front is my favorite area. Over here, they have a nice little short freight train. Right there is a 25-ton locomotive switcher unit that was used by a man whose name is not known to me right now. But he owned a small stretch of track, and he would shift boxcars from factories over on Tonawanda Island, about that direction, in between railroad companies on the main line. And he was very good at it, and it was just him and that locomotive right there. They were lucky enough to catch it behind one of the factories on Tonawanda Island. Now, this rail line has actually been cut off after the road over there. It still goes over the road, but it's been paved over, and then after the railroad crossing, it's cut off. There's no track over there. The rail line, the rails are actually sitting behind that building. I don't know what this is. There is a small generator looking trailer sitting over here right in front. I don't know why it's there. Then here's a beautiful close-up of that 25-tonner. Now, unfortunately, some teenagers found their way to it, smashed out the windows, so they had to board it up with an ugly green colored wood. It's nice. And here, this used to belong to the New York State Electric and Gas Company. As you can see, this one's actually kind of rare. It's only got 2 wheels. And it looks almost like a normal switcher, but, you know, it's a little smaller. Unfortunately, it's missing the handrails on its catwalk, so that's not good. Then, here, we have an Erie Railroad caboose. I believe this was refurbished, and it's probably going to be refurbished again. And again, windows have been smashed out on there and there. The wheels are intact. Oh, and it seems like they have something down in there. I don't know what that is. And then over here we got a very old Conrail boxcar. It's not that old. They've tried to scrape off a lot of the paint. As you can see, it's very rusted. They're going to have to unrust it and then repaint over it. But I can't wait to see this one fully repainted. By the way, most of these were not in the condition that you see them now. Probably most of them couldn't even be recognizable by paint color. And then these guys came along, they got them, they repainted them, and they repainted them to their original status. So say if this one was completely stripped, they find out what it belonged to, they find out what the paint was back in that time, and then they repaint it. So eventually this one is going to look almost like how it is now, only completely blue. They're going to refill the white, Conrail, the number, the windows, refurbish the steps, and the wheels. Alright. Well, this is all I'm going to move on to the inside. So, see you in my next video.